This is News Talk ZB News.
Good morning. It's 6 o'clock. I'm Nivariti Manu. A warning, Donald Trump's call for nuclear weapon testing to begin immediately should not be taken lightly. The US president posted on social media making the claim ahead of APEC talks with China's Xi Jinping in South Korea yesterday. He says the US has more nuclear weapons than other countries, followed by Russia and China. Geopolitical analyst Geoffrey Miller told Francesca Rudkin this social media outburst could have serious ramifications.
The US and Russia both still have over 5,000 nuclear warheads, and it's well down from the peaks of the Cold War. But if we suddenly see them back nuclear testing, that would be the first time since the mid-1990s.
Trump's comment about nuclear testing came just before his meeting with Xi Jinping, a meeting he described as a 12 out of 10. He plans to meet with his Chinese counterpart in China in April.
This is News Talk ZB News.
Good morning. It's 7 o'clock. I'm Nivariti Manu. And is Donald Trump testing the limits with his latest nuclear weapon testing comment? The US president posted on social media saying he has no choice but to restart testing because of other countries' testing programs. If the US follows through, it would mark the first official nuclear weapon testing, apart from North Korea, this century. Geopolitical analyst Geoffrey Miller told Francesca Rudkin it's part of Trump's game.
Playing constantly this game of brinksmanship, where you go right to the brink of war, then you pull back and declare victory. It is, I think, a scary way to do politics.
News and views you trust to start your day. It's Early Edition with Francesca Rudkin and RV Supercentre. Explore RVs, accessories and servicing all in one. News Talk ZB.
It's 5:14. Donald Trump is playing the nuke card. The US president has ordered his Department of Defense/War to immediately begin nuclear weapons testing, something that the US hasn't done since the 90s. Foreign policy analyst Geoffrey Miller is with me now. Good morning, Geoffrey.
Good morning, Francesca.
He said this is a warning shot to his enemies. Who are we talking about here? China? Russia?
Or both of them, I think, Francesca. And, you can say, well, this is just the typical saber rattling of the Trump presidency and this is the world that we live in. But I think we need to be aware here of the power of a nuclear conflict. I think we've largely forgotten or underappreciated the nuclear dimension in these constant geopolitical tensions. But you've got to remember that the US and Russia both still have over 5,000 nuclear warheads, and it's well down from the peaks of the Cold War. But if we suddenly see them back nuclear testing, that would be the first time since the mid-1990s that we've seen China, Russia, and the United States testing nuclear weapons, and that could be well on the cards. So I think we really need to dial back the tensions here, because this is more than just a typical Trump outburst on social media. I mean, nuclear weapons can have real consequences, and we certainly have seen that in history.
So you think that there is a possibility he will actually begin nuclear tests again?
Yes, the escalation is in play, isn't it? And we've seen this in so many dimensions now over the past few years. I mean, the world is a much scarier place now than it was. And we've seen the nuclear dimension come into play in the war in Ukraine, for example. The Zaporizhia nuclear plant has come under attack numerous times in the war between Russia and Ukraine. We saw that war between India and Pakistan earlier in the year. The two nuclear powers, they conducted a nuclear test back in 1998, but since then it's only been North Korea that has tested nuclear weapons. We've got a comprehensive nuclear test ban treaty that was agreed in the mid-90s, but China, Russia and the United States have not ratified that. Well, Russia did ratify it and then pulled out a couple of years ago. The United States and China have never ratified that treaty. So, we need to, I think, step back from the brink here, and that's the game that Donald Trump is playing constantly, this game of brinksmanship, where you go right to the brink of war, then you pull back and declare victory. It is, I think, a scary way to do politics, a scary way to do geopolitics. It is Trump's game. We've seen that very successful meeting over between Donald Trump and Xi Jinping that has come out with a deal. I mean, that's a good news story, but you wonder what will come next week or next month with Donald Trump. I mean, nothing is really ever set in stone, and you never know how long it's going to be before he changes his mind.
Geoffrey Miller, thank you so much. Always appreciate your thoughts.